Can't get no better than that. Dia calls him a diva.
You know, it's only one diva in this city, and it ain't me.
Can you imagine your mama going crazy? You love your mama, right? Somebody that pulled up and killed her baby. Yeah, you get money, but is you living life? Off a pill, commit a crime, that's 20 to life. Old head say you young niggas ruining the game. Young niggas say these OGs hella lame.
Are you looking to find your ideal lifestyle? At Metropolitan Living Realty Group, we are the premier realty group who put you first. Our boutique real estate firm is comprised of an elite team of experienced, knowledgeable, and dedicated real estate professionals focused on your success. With our unique blend of cutting-edge thinking and highly personal real estate representation, we simply enjoy assisting our clients find their ideal lifestyle through home ownership. Contact us today.
What's up, DMV? The lockdown is over. Are y'all ready to celebrate? Well, who you gonna go with? DJ Rick. That's right. Call DJ Rick at 202-749-7903 or email him djrick4321@gmail.com and let DJ Rick handle all the sound at your next event. DJ Rick Entertainment. Any size, any location. Barbecues, weddings, graduations, live bands. Mo, I'm telling you, DJ Rick combines the professional sound system with the best music selection in the whole DMV. Guaranteed. And all that for a price you not gonna beat. Call DJ Rick Entertainment, 202-749-7903 or email him djrick4321@gmail.com. That's 202-749-7903 and DJRIC4321@gmail.com and make your next event sound like your best event. DJ Rick Entertainment. Who else you gonna go with?
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Justice J here. Party Mode Live, baby. We are the party before the party, powered by Party Mode Live and GoGo Radio TV. Make sure you guys tune in each and every Wednesday from 8 to 10 on Party Mode Live. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Party Mode Live. But don't forget to subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channels so that way you guys can chime in on all of the conversations that we are having. Catch us each and every Wednesday from 8 to 10 on Party Mode Live, baby. And also, go to our website, partymodelive.com. Check out some of our show sponsors and get you some good stuff. It's your girl, Justice J, Party Mode Live, baby. Signing out.
Got them in their heart and replace the do's and don'ts that we face for the arguments in each case, but I love it though. Didn't wanna see her walk out the door, suitcase in hand, yep, there she go. Feels like another one TKO. Carly Red, let's start the show. Shorty Corleone on the intro, said kick rocks and fall back. Her heart is broken, I know that. She
This is wisdom. This is wisdom speaks.
I am Shonda Scott.
Yo, this is Since 9-6.
It's your boy Rodney Red Grant, and you tuned in to the party before the party, before the party, before the party, before the party. Keep laughing at these fools.
It's gonna hurt me, I can't lie. Maybe you meet another guy. Please, darling, don't you cry. Let's just kiss and say goodbye. I am Gerald Alston, and you are tuned in to the party before the party.
This is Big Phil Speaks.
This is China Pink. My name is Christina Abiola.
My name is George Maple.
What's up, y'all? It's your man, the B.I.G.G.R.B.B. Big Rob. And guess what, baby? You now in tuned to the party before the party.
What's up, y'all? This is Princess J.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Keandra Lockett here.
I'm Terry Lomax.
Hey, it's Taisha Marie.
What's happening? DJ Dirty Rico, the Noisemakers, my name. How the hell are you? And you're tuned into the party before the party. It's Party Mode Live, baby.
Hey, yo, the 808 will make you slide, slippity slide. 808.
What's happening?
80 bounce, 80. What's up, Bishop?
What's happening, Leah? What's happening, Leah? What's going on?
Be on here tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna mute my phone the way it's going off.
Listen. So clearly we got some Let's Talk About It. So if y'all have been following Bishop King's post, we got some Let's Talk About It. Before we go there though, welcome to another crazy episode of Party Mode Live. We are the party before the party, powered by PartyModeLive.com and GoGo Radio TV. I am your girl, Miss Justice J, and Bishop King. DJ Rick is not going to be joining us tonight because he got some things that he got to handle. So, yeah, we'll see you when you pull up, Rick. So we already know you're going to pull up when you can. So, yeah. We have a great show for you guys tonight. We do have a special guest that is coming on tonight, and I'm kind of excited for all of the conversation topics that we have planned for y'all because we got some good pieces for y'all tonight. We were told that we needed to incorporate a few different things into our Let's Talk About It because some of y'all just kept sending relationship stuff. And I could have sworn that we was getting away from relationship stuff and just getting more into, day to day, how y'all really feel type of thing. So with that being said, before we actually get into Let's Talk About It, we have Krzy that's going to be coming on later on this show. So make sure you guys tell a friend and tune on in. You don't want to miss this interview. He's a dope artist and y'all going to learn all about him and his music later on in the show. But for now, let's talk about it. Yeah. Bishop, you want to go first? Because yours seemed a little crazy. Matter of fact, I want to talk about this one first because I think we're going to end up talking about yours longer. In world news, we're going to talk about this first because it's world news. So come on in, y'all. Let's talk about it. World news. It's Black History Month, which we know, right?
Right.
And we have been talking about, or I keep mentioning things that are happening in Alabama. Alabama just seems to be under a lot of fire right now. And again, but not too long ago, this month, Black History Month, at Hillcrest High School in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, y'all. There was a protest of over 200 students that decided that they were going to walk out of the school building. Why did they walk out of the school building, you ask? Because they were told that they could no longer learn about Black history as far as the civil rights and slavery was concerned. On top of that, they were also told that when it came to their Black History Month program, they could not talk about anything concerning the civil rights movement or slavery. Now, tell me how you have a Black History Month program and you don't touch on those things.
Because if you know too much, especially what state is considering, I mean, you're going to learn how this state is, how the state was, how the people around you is and was, and you might start to react because Black people are known for reacting in a violent way. Well, that's what they say. But they don't want no uproar. They don't want no coming together. They don't want no kumbaya because they won't know how to deal with it. There's so many things you can say, but why? I mean, we ain't known our history all this time. Why give us the opportunity to know your history now? That's how they look at it sometimes.
It's crazy to me though, because the simple fact that they literally told the students that they were not going to allow them to talk about it. And then when they actually decided to protest and take it to the school board and everything, the school board decided to come back with a statement and to generalize a statement. I am not quoting. I do have the quote, but I'm not quoting at this moment. They told them that, okay, y'all can talk about it, but it has to be at the end of the month. So they got to wait until the end of the shortest month of the year to talk about Black history. So the students wasn't having it. The students at 9:30 in the morning, when they were told this, they decided that they were going to get up out of their seats and protest, and they left. They walked out of the school building and decided to hold a protest in the parking lot.
And that pissed every white person off that attend the school, who had kids that attend the school, and half the staff.
That's not even the best part. You want to know what the best part is? You want to know why this was even brought up to be a thing? Because one of the white teachers at the school said that talking about slavery and the civil rights movement made them uncomfortable.
It made the teachers uncomfortable. Okay.
The teacher said it made them uncomfortable. Therefore, they did not want it to be included into anything that they teach in the school.
But they can teach. They can teach about Christopher Columbus. They can teach about Thanksgiving. They can lie to you about Christmas, but they can't talk about slavery.
Yep.
Wow. I wonder why.
So
the truth
if
hurt.
anyone is looking to get more information or to find out how you can help this school, please reach out to Miss Janiyah Brown. She's on Instagram. She's on TikTok as well. But you can also reach out to Hillcrest High School in Tuscaloosa. And you can reach out to their school board and make your complaints known.
If all of these students who protest were to decide to transfer out of that school, did the school lose money at this point? Could they no longer servicing those extra people?
No, because that's what they want.
So it wouldn't even matter.
Anyway.
It wouldn't even matter then.
The amount of Black students that are at that school, they make up 55% of the student population at that specific school.
So they more than half.
Yep. So happy Valentine's Day and happy Black History Month.
Man, I wouldn't play football for them. I wouldn't play basketball for them.
That's what I'm saying.
Any sports that's going to get them recognized. It's going to
But
be
then what do you do
a
for the
struggle.
students that don't have a choice but to attend that school? Like, you know how it is down here where you have zoning where you
Yeah.
can't get into another school. What if that school is their only option
That's what I'm
and
saying.
they want to
Like,
play sports?
it's almost now you need a group of famous people to go live and talk about it, or it hit the news and let the rest of the world get a whim of what's going on down there before they even decide to say, okay, we can change a little bit. And that's just a
It's
little
definitely
bit.
in the news. It's definitely in the news. They are trying to get it nationwide coverage. So, which is why I thought it was very important for us to talk about it today, just because I wanted to let them know. I did reach out to the young lady and told her that we were going to be talking about it on the show tonight. I want to let her know that it is being talked about in more than just Tuscaloosa. So I wanted her to know that there are people that are standing with them. So that's why I say if anybody wants to reach out and call down there to make your complaints, please do so. Again, the high school is Hillcrest High School in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
I mean, this is Alabama, though, where they marry their cousins and
It
sisters.
is.
Oh, man.
It definitely is. I have another let's talk about it, but we're gonna save that for at the end because Bishop has a really good one, y'all. So I'm gonna pass the mic on over to Bishop King,
Yeah.
y'all.
So the post that seems to got people in their feelings, and I know it's more people who didn't comment that's probably in their feelings than the people who actually did. The post reads, and I quote, masculine, manipulative, demanding, selfish, inconsiderate, inconsistent, users, bitter, and unrealistic. These words describe 98% of women. Now, that alone, I mean, it says a lot regardless how you read it. But it became an uproar. But what baffles me is a lot of things that nobody really paid attention to. And I was told that I was an angry black man who is mad at black women. I was told I hate women. My own justice here asked me, was I hurt? Like, who hurt me?
No. Oh, first of all, and this is the problem with a lot of people when they get into these conversations. I asked 2 questions. I did not accuse you of being hurt. So the fact that you and the other fellas on that post only paid attention
I
to
asked
the first part of my question.
No, you said in the last encounter. What I was asking was the fact that you were
No, I didn't say were you hurt in the last encounter.
No, you said how was the last encounter? Not that I was hurt. You were just asking, you were just saying like, this how I interpreted it was. For me to write that, you was asking like, have I been hurt? Like what made me think this way? What made me feel this way?
So that's not how it was asked. What I asked were 2 totally different questions on the opposite ends of the spectrum. So the first question was, who hurt you? And the context behind that and the reason is, so if you were not hurt, then question number 2 would apply to you. So if question number 1 doesn't apply, then it has to be question number 2. So if you were not hurt, then question number 1 doesn't apply. It doesn't even matter. But for some reason, y'all fellas only saw that I said something about hurt, and y'all jumped on that and ignored the second question, which was,
no, I asked it,
if you were not hurt, then what was the encounter that you had that makes you feel that way? So you have a woman that's on the post trying to understand why you felt that way, but for some reason I got attacked for accusing you of being hurt when I didn't accuse anyone of being hurt.
No, my question was basically saying, because no matter how you presented it or what you meant, it was based off of, so to speak, like a lot of women do that. Not saying you do it. I actually don't see you do it, but women always say, oh, you was hurt or you mad or you this or you that. And I was saying if you read the statement I said was, why do I have to be hurt to recite or speak about what I've seen or what I see in my own community? I'm not hurt. I would say And I answered it different now that you explained it when I said my encounter was great. I'm just a black man who lives a black man in a black community life. You know what I'm saying? I see this every day. I see it all the time. And it's not to say, again, what baffles me is I never said all women. I never said every woman. I said 98%. It could be 2%.
Which is I was going to say it's a high
And
percentage.
it's still, right. And it's still, nobody's going to, just like you just said, we only saw that one part. No one is going to see that I didn't say all women. Some people was even saying, well, men could be that way too, but the post never said men wasn't that way.
Exactly. And that's why I say, like, people are so one-sided and blinded, which is why I posed the question to try to find out where this thought came from. Because, again, I was not accusing you or Dave or Chris or whoever replied to my question.
Chris said I was
didn't
starting
accuse
World War III.
I didn't accuse anyone of being hurt. So I want to clarify that, not just for you, but for the other fellas. I didn't accuse anyone of being hurt. I asked who hurt you, and if nobody did, then what made you feel this way? I just want to know what happened to make you believe this. And I did see a lot of ladies on there jump and just angry, and I'm just like, you guys are proving your point.
They so
right
angry.
Here.
They so angry, but that's not them I'm talking about. Why are you? If it don't apply, why reply?
Like they were proving your point. Yeah.
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 So I'm saying, all I was saying was, though, at the end of the day, I understand it's law that you cannot talk about a black woman unless you're praising her. Because if you're giving her any type of accountability or saying she did anything wrong, you become a man. You hate the man who hate women. You angry. You hurt. You feeling some type of way, or you just bashing women. And whole time, that post never said black women. It just said women. Another thing I did on purpose.
The one thing, I want to add one word to your post, and that's insecure. Because a lot of women
showed it.
Yeah, a lot of women jump at the first sign of negativity because of their insecurities, because they want to be the first one to say, not me, or you do it too, instead of taking accountability or just doing a self-reflection. Like,
so if
ask yourself, are you masculine women? Have you ever in your life been manipulative?
Man,
if I still, are you selfish? Are you inconsiderate? Have you always in your life been consistent? Hell to the no. Bitter, users, unrealistic. Like, those words all described me at one point. Am I those things today? No, I am not. Have I been those things? Absolutely. But if it did not apply to you, ladies, all you had to do was agree with a post and say, I used to be there. That used to be me.
But even if you didn't agree, it didn't say you. It didn't say her. It didn't say y'all. It said 98%. You can just say, well, I'm glad I'm in that 2%. Anything. You know what I'm saying? But if I steal and you steal and I say you steal, that's a fact. You still steal. I don't care if you can say vice versa or not. Nigga, that's a fact. You are still a thief. Right along with my thieving name. So instead of saying, yeah, I steal, nigga, so what? You're going to say vice versa. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part. Like, you just going to say vice versa? No, bitch, you steal too.
I agree.
Steal. And it's not saying.
And then comments like, what in the world?
And I was shocked at some of the people, because these are the same people. If I say, oh, this dude a tramp, and he this, he that, oh, you the realist, and you this and you that. I'm real into the message apply to you. I set this whole day up. If you go on the Bishop King journey, I said the same thing. They say is you real, you speak real into the message, and then it, the message hit them. It's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, I didn't say black women, but of course that's who got mad. I didn't say all women. Of course, the only people, you know what I mean? If you read what I'm typing in there, you set yourself up. Gave us a nice situation to talk.
I did see only one woman comment to say, oh, I'm glad I don't fall in that 2%. I mean, I'm glad I don't fall in that 98. I'm a part of that 2%. I think it was only one that I saw.
Yeah, but the rest of her comment was yeah, it hit a nerve. Yeah, just that one line I was about to say. You know what?
I only read
okay.
her first comment. I didn't go back to see what you responded and said.
He told me I need to change my environment because the women I'm around, and I'm not saying I was around any women. I'm saying what I see in my community. I don't have to be in Southeast to live in Northwest to understand we are Black people in the same community. What are you saying? I'm around the wrong Americans? Am I around the wrong Black people? Like, what are you saying? And I didn't never say a race. I just said women. I ain't around a lot of white women.
I mean, it's the same thing for women when we talk about certain characteristics and traits of Black men.
Man, if a Black man said anything about a Black man, they're gonna be like, yeah,
like I need people to understand that you can't make a generalized statement and then think that it's in all inclusive when it's not. It's to only those that it applies to. That's why they say if the shoe fits, wear it. And a lot of y'all wore that shoe by the comments that y'all made. So
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Let's see. Masculine. Half of y'all, I'm gonna say most of y'all was masculine on the post because of the way that you jumped instead of trying to gain understanding. Manipulative. Manipulative because you try to push the narrative of why you're not that person all the time while proving why you are that person. And then pointing the finger. Demanding because you wanted attention and you needed to be seen and you had to get your point across instead of trying to understand, again, gain understanding why this man is saying what he's saying. Selfish because you wanted it a me thing. Look at me, I'm not this, I'm not that, and you're proving again why you are these things.
Y'all go read the comment.
Inconsiderate, y'all was inconsiderate because this man had a thought and you didn't sit to think as to why does he feel this way? Now, again, I am not perfect, but I always try to understand why people think the way that they think, because I cannot attack a comment without having the understanding and the background as to why they feel a certain way. And ladies, I mean, fellas too, but because of this particular post in this, let's talk about it, I'm speaking directly to the ladies. Ladies, sometimes we got to sit back and try to understand where these men are coming from, even if it does not pertain to you. If you take a step back and try to understand and gain the knowledge as to why they feel a certain way, that'll actually help you navigate with that particular man.
Yeah, but they so caught in their own feelings, and what you said hit a nerve. It kind of rubs. It's a trigger. A lot of stuff that we see on Instagram and Facebook is triggers, so we react to it, not realizing we actually reacting to it. But we blaming the person who made the post. Whole time, it's a deeper situation. But at the end of the day, I seen somebody post on there or comment, and in the same sentence of saying this is not me, even accuse it to be me. And then explain why they are that way. You just told me it wasn't you, but it's me, and now you explaining why you are that way. I mean, you know, hey, you had size 8 in women's. That was your shoe, baby. Okay. But a lot of stuff I did on purpose.
Partymode Live. What'd you say?
I'm sorry, ladies. I did a lot of that on purpose. I'm sorry, you know. It's more to come.
Shut up. Y'all are tuned in to Partymode Live. We are the party before the party, powered by PartyModeLive.com and GoGo Radio TV. I am your girl, Miss Justice J. Bishop King and DJ Rick will be joining us soon because, you know, he always got to pop up somehow, somewhere, some way.
Yes, sir.
Don't go nowhere, y'all. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick music break. And when we come back, we're going to have our special guests. So y'all don't want to miss that. And then we have more Let's Talk About It when we come back. So we'll be right back.
When the feds come for me, running, can't you see? It's all a conspiracy. Separate my peeps from me, leaving me in these city streets. And when they come, they're gonna bang, bang. And when they come, they always bang, bang. Work that sucker to death, John. Hey, man, hit me. Michael Smith, get him. Get him, Mike Smith. Hey, band, hit my. When you hear the bass drum thumping and the beat knocks you off your feet. Listen, listen. And when you hear the bass drum thumping and you know it's wisdom speaks. And when you hear the bass drum thumping and the beat knocks you off your feet. Listen, listen. When the bass drum thumping and the congos hitting and the beat start knocking, we up in the show. Party for the ladies, use a hater, I ain't tripping. So rockin' rose, bartenders, keep sipping. We ain't gotta talk, the money make me listen. We from BCDMB, Dirty District. Let's clap it up for all the Leos in the building.
Clap, clap. We say, look, ma, no hands.
All my Leos in the building. All my dancers too.
Clap, clap, clap.
Say, look, ma, no hands. Everybody stop and make your booty go crazy. Teach him how to party, hey! Bring it on! Blow! We gotta get down, My man Tanya, friends, hey! We gotta get down, And all the Southside crew, hey! We gotta get down, Everybody, teach him how to party, hey! Talk to him, baby!
Now I can show you how to ride. Your whip. But with your teeth
Lean back like a pimp.
Teach you how to ball in the club. Show you what you need to have in your cup. Teach you how to floss. Your skrill. The truth meaning of $100 bill. Teach you how to roll with your click and have everybody thinking you the shit. I can show you how to ride your whip. But with your teeth
Lean back like a pimp. Teach you how to ball
in the club. I show you what you need to have in your cup. Teach you how to floss. Your skrill. The truth meaning of $100 bill. Teach you how to roll with your click and have everybody thinking you the shit. Party.
I teach him how to party. Teach him how to party. I say, hey, buddy, hey, buddy. I teach him how to party. Teach him how to party. Y'all tell me one thing. Y'all tell me. Who's got the line?
Right here, over there in the air.
Who's got that?
Right here,
It's over there. Turn it up. Who's got the line?
right here,
Over there. Who's got that? Teach him how to party. Hey, freaking hard. Blow. We gotta get down. Buddy. We gotta get down. Look here, hey. When you hear the bass drum thumping and the beat knocks you off your feet. And when you hear the bass drum thumping and you know it's wisdom speaks. And when you hear the bass drum thumping and the beat knocks you off your feet. I need to know one more time. Y'all tell me who's got the loud.
Right here, over there in the air. Hey.
2, 2.
Old school. Yeah, yeah. Ow.
Footsteps, baby, in the dark. Hold me up. Hey, I keep shout out to Partymode Live for allowing me to do this spot. Thank you. In my opinion, if you're thinking about doing a podcast, let me say it's not easy. But unless if you're dedicated, motivated, and most importantly, if you're entertaining, then it might work for you. It might. This is Pastor Green Thumb from 420 Philly Radio, and I'm always tuned in to Partymode Live, the party before the party.
We got it, got that love. We got it, got that soul. We got it, coming from the city, baby. We got it, got that love. We got it, got that soul. We got it, coming from the city, baby. Love, soul, crank. We run it up, we turn it up, now break it down. Love, soul, crank. Feel the love in your soul. So break it down. Love, soul, crank. It's Friday night, we're doing it right. Now break it down. Love, soul, crank. Got the LSC, come groove with me, yo.
We got the vibes in the room, let me grab your attention. LSC, we about to give you something different. We did it on our own, we made it our way. When everybody went commercial, we stayed in our own lane. Yeah, we got the love soul crank, still whipping in the kitchen, keep it funky, let it sing. And all y'all talking about this out there, but every year we still cranking this right here.
We got it, got that love. We got it, got that soul. We got it, coming from the city, baby. We got it, got that love. We got it, got that soul. We got it, coming from the city, baby.
Love, soul, crank.
We burn it up, we turn it up. Yo, now break it down.
Love, soul, crank.
You feel the love in your soul? Come on, now break it down.
Love, soul, crank.
It's Friday night, we're doing it right. Now break it down.
Love, soul, crank.
Got the LSC, come through with me, yo.
Talk about the crank, not to mention. Look at how we took it to a whole nother dimension. Now look at the extension, that we done went global. How you call us local when you're still in our flow though? Hey, well that's 99 cents plus tax. LSC, love soul crank facts. Hey, well that's 99 cents plus tax. LSC, man, bring the beat back. Bring it.
Feel alright, we won't stop until the daylight. LSC until the sunrise, all night. Coming from the city, baby, all night. We won't stop until the daylight. LSC until the sunrise, all night. Coming from the city, baby. Let it pump.
If you love soul, if you love crank, then we the ones to get a thanks. You heard me? Yo, if you love soul, if you love crank, then we the ones to get a thanks. Come on. Hey.
Welcome back. We are Partymode Live, baby. The party before the party. Powered by PartyModeLive.com and GoGo Radio TV. I am your girl, Miss Justice J. Bishop King. DJ Rick gonna be around here somewhere. He may or may not pop up, but if he do, you already know he's Mr. Yes Sir. Listen, y'all, we have a lot to discuss still on this show, and we can't do it just yet. So don't go nowhere. And then we have our special guest that is coming up in like the next 60 seconds. But when I tell you that y'all need to tell a friend to tune in, because we got some things that we need to talk about that's going on right in our own community, and it requires your attention. So tell a friend to tune on in. It's Black History Month, y'all. We are a Black syndicated show. Y'all like how I said that? Award-winning show.
We are Black history.
Learn y'all Black history. That's because, yeah. Again, I am your girl, Justice J, Bishop King, and DJ Rick, y'all. We have our special guest coming up, so you don't want to miss this. And this is Cam Krzy. So check this out real quick, y'all.
Make up to break up. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to wake up. I just want the paper. The paper. Niggas need to wake up.
Yeah. See, I do this for the love, others do it for the fake. On stage, I rock a show, then I make a patty cake. I hit it on the road, I be in and out of state. Yeah, I know my heart cold, and ain't wanna play. See my vision never dim, cause I see the light. Hit Charles Krug, got some wine, caught a flight. I been in the flow, you be checking on your pace. They keep trying to take me, get my soul, they could wait. Got the code, and I got the cash to the safe. We used to have to pay for this shit. On my shoulders, had to let them niggas know. Praying fire and desire while I make a bed rock. Yeah, make a bed rock. And I just made your head rock. Your head rock. I just made your bed rock. Your bed rock. I just made a bed rock. I just made LA rock. I just made it wild rock. That's why I'm on top. I just made a bed rock.
Jordan 18 years dead stock. Got the Ben Franklins in the headlock. Casamigos to the brain, that's a headshot. Do something like, but shorty still gon' be in shell shock. Whoa, I need 7 or 11 on the roll. I gotta get it sun, rain, or the snow. Like Velcro, how I'm sticking to the code. Beantown on my shoulders, had to let them niggas know. Hey, playing, let's get married while I hit it, make a bear rock. Hey, we used to have to pay for the shit, now we the wave and the shit. Damn, paper on the pavement, so I had to pick it up. Never let them know your next move, switch it up. Me and Cam Krzy, I don't know who big is us. They tryna take my soul, but I can never give it up. Hey.
That's why we on top. We just made your head rock.
Your head rock.
Let's get it. Energy is there.
I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody coming out tonight for real. On the line. We inside. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate my boy Cam Krzy bringing me out. I go by E45. Eat easy, baby. That's on IG, that's on Twitter, whatever you got. But yeah, thank y'all for coming out, man.
Hello.
Welcome.
What's up? How y'all doing, man? Thank you for having me on the channel.
We are good. How are you?
Good.
All is well on this side.
Awesome. So we're going to jump right on in because like we tell all our guests, we don't like to waste no time because we ain't got that much time with you. So where does the name Cam Krzy come from? Because when I saw that come in our group chat for you being on the show, I was like, I hope he has a really good story behind his name. And I read your bio and you do. So I want you to share with everybody else where you got this name from.
Yeah. So my name is Cam, Krzy, and you know, you could say crazy, but what it really is, it's an acronym. It means keep rising to zenith year. And what zenith year means is like, you know, in life you have a climax and a pinnacle. And here at Zenith Music and me, Cam Krzy, that's what we reach to strive, is that pinnacle and get to that point in time where we're the most successful. So that's what's all incorporated in the name and the record label. And moving forward, man, that's just what we striving to do here.
I think
Okay.
it's very rare that you find artists who still choose a name with a story. And I can appreciate the fact that you have a true meaning to your name and you didn't just wake up one day and say, I'm gonna call myself this.
Oh yeah, no,
So yeah.
I feel you. I feel you. I'm just, the name. It just everything came just like music. When you're writing and stuff, it comes naturally. So, what I mean, I'm blessed and grateful to be here and to be able to do what I do, man.
Bishop.
All right. Do you get to travel a lot for as music?
Man, I actually just went to Arizona for the first time for the Super Bowl. Man, I had a show with Too Hot Radio and Rock Nation. It was pretty cool, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's been taking me to different places I never thought I would be. And man, just grateful.
So how do you find the different cultures compared to where you grew up at?
Um, Everything is different, but the same. You know what I mean? It's still good people. It's still bad people. And it's all it goes about vibes and what you're doing and what your intentions is. You know what I mean? I feel like when you're in different places, like my family's from Belize. You know what I mean? And I ended up going to Belize and being in San Pedro and Belize City and seeing how different cultures reacted, how people would go fishing and actually go fish and go on a boat and bring dinner home. And you know what I mean? And it's just a sense of reality and realism when you go to different places and see different cultures.
Do it help out with your writing if you write at all?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a writer, and it does help because I write based off my experiences. You know what I mean? Things that I've seen, things
Mm.
that I've been through. You know what I mean? And just being able to experience different things allows me to put more paint on that canvas that I put on in the music. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
to answer your question, yeah.
Yeah, I always encourage all artists to try to go outside your block, go outside your neighborhood, go outside your high schools or wherever you went to college, if you went to college, and try to see something different, learn some different people. Even food can help out a little bit. So
Oh yeah, experiences, food. Yeah, if you're a foodie, all that.
yeah.
So with you
DJ
being an
Rick just stepped
artist,
on here.
What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, for those that just see, DJ Rick is in the building, y'all. Shout out to my DJ
What's up,
Missy as well.
DJ Rick?
What's going on, man? Sorry you
Um,
can't get some of the crank, man. But we catch you on the next one with the crank, man.
Oh, it's good. Just let me know. It's happening. Tune me in. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yep, yep.
so my question is, if you had to categorize yourself as an artist, and by artist I mean like a painter, what level would you say that you like, I guess, attribute to or you relate more to? Like, would you consider yourself to be a Picasso? Would you consider yourself like what type of artist would you consider your music to be?
Um, Definitely a versatile artist. So I would go with like a Picasso. You know what I mean? I think I would consider myself. I put the work in. You put me 10,000 hours was put in and more. And as long as you put in the work, I would consider myself a professional musician. So all those things are behind me and like what I would consider myself to be.
So like, would you consider your lyrics to be abstract, or is it more so like storytelling? Like, so what is your style of
Oh,
rapping?
I see what you're saying. I do a little bit of both. You know what I mean? I'm a very balanced artist. You know what I mean? I appreciate different music, hip hop, R&B. I even listen to MGMT. You know what I mean? I listen to different types of artists, so that does influence me and my music. You know what I mean? My pops was a DJ. You know, he had different things coming in and out the house. Like I'll have NWA, but then I'll have like some Keith Sweat. You know what I mean? And then I'll have some Prince. You feel me? Then I'll have some Ice Cube. So it just depends on the vibe that I'm feeling. So just like I said, I'm a very versatile individual because I think music is really just a representation of who you are and what you put into the music. And I'm able to put in all those life experiences, things I've been, traveled to, and stuff into the music that makes me versatile. So yeah.
So you're from LA, the Bay Area, specifically, or is
I'm from California, yeah. So and it's the Bay Area,
okay?
California. So that's like San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose,
Yes,
Silicon
San
Valley.
Fran.
You
I'm a
know,
49ers
yeah.
fan, so
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, 49ers are like two exits away from my mama's house. So that's
Oh man.
yeah, San
Hmm.
Francisco stand up.
I'll be out your way this upcoming football season then, because I'm getting me some tickets. So I'll be out
Okay,
there. Bishop, we
okay,
might have to
tap
go
in.
out there and let's get on the track.
Yeah, tap in. What's up?
So how has the Bay Area art, or how has the California artists influenced your music? And do you aspire to actually get on a track or, do a collab with any of the West Coast artists?
Well, yeah. So Tupac, Bay Area, he was in the area. That's one of my favorite artists of all time. We got E40 and Too Short was just at the Grammys, man. It was big seeing a hip hop artist like that at the Grammys, man. Just inspired me to even want to be on the Grammys and make that happen for the Bay Area. Yeah. So a lot of good people, man, out of the Bay Area that people don't even realize is out of the Bay Area. And me being one of them, and being confident and leading and just following the mold and the blueprint that I've seen from E40 and Too Short and just making it happen. Even I Am Sue. I don't know if you guys know who I Am Sue is, but he's a dope artist as well. So paying homage to those guys for real.
Rick, you got any questions?
By your father being a DJ,
Yeah.
did that play a significant role in you with the music?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. He gave me turntables. He gave me a mixer when I was like 6. You know what I mean? So at the time, I wasn't really realizing, well, I don't really want to mix. I want to play basketball. You know what I mean? But when I realized what he was doing, he was really opening me up to the industry and understanding, like, okay, you can do something with this. And then later on in life, I realized, man, like music is my calling, and it found me. And I'm just grateful and happy that I'm able to do what I love to do now.
Did you ever have to go back to him and talk to him about the business part of it, or did you relate to someone else, or did someone else, uh, you know, taught you about the business part?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I asked him, questions that I've had, about the industry and things that he can answer. And again, knowing that he don't know everything, what I mean, I always still have to go reach out and get other sources, and that's why I credit, some of my mentors as well, like Hawk Shabazz and Ricardo Scales, who also mentor me in different ways, in the music industry, to be on stage, to understand how to read music, to understand how to have a show and be a show and not just be on stage rapping with your song in the background. It's a whole production. So yeah, and also knowing that it doesn't end. Like there's always more to learn in the industry. Like what I mean, you can be taught whatever, but the industry changes so often. You got to be able to be versatile and quick on your feet and understand. Okay, this is how it was X amount of years ago. But hey, how are you going to reinvent? How are you going to be the pioneer for your generation? And that's where alternative hip hop kind of comes in for me. And putting my foot down and cementing that in the song that I just released, Tower Moment. So all that is basically, what's going on.
Sounds like Dad been holding you down, bro.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, with so much beef and territorial situations going on in hip hop, rap, just the black entertainment itself, and being out in California, the Bay Area is, to my understanding, and I'm not even from there, so correct me if I'm wrong, it's very territorial.
Yeah, I mean, it can be for sure.
And I think it's like that anywhere you go. And
right.
To be a rapper though, do you consider this one of the dangerous jobs, and how do you separate yourself from all of the beef that's going
on? You can't control what people do, number one, but you can control your narrative. You can control what you're talking about. You can control what you're doing. And you know what I mean? And from just seeing people who are successful like the E40s, they are doing things to uplift communities. They're behind the scenes doing things in the communities that bring back good energy. So if you're putting out that good energy and good intentions, I feel like you can go anywhere, and do what you got to do. And that's in LA, that's in the East Coast, that's New York, Bronx. It's about what you're doing. What's your energy? What's your intentions? And again, that don't stop people from, not liking you or feeling some type of way, but you can control the narrative by your reaction. You know what I mean? And that's just how I move, you know what I mean? And I can't say everybody can move the same way, but, that's what I find helps, because, again, you can't control every situation.
Facts.
I came on late.
Oh, go ahead.
I came on late. How old are you?
I'm 33.
You're a youngster. Hey, youngster, man. Hey, Justice, he just spread his wings, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got some ways to go, youngster. I'm the OG.
OG, yeah. Hey, OG. It's all good, bro. You know what I mean? My wings are spread though.
Yeah, man.
We here. You feel me? We here. So
35 years next year in this entertainment, man.
Oh man, you a real one. Congrats though for being in that long. A lot of people don't make it that long, you know.
Yeah, we gonna, if God be willing, this crew right here, we gonna party next year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that.
So you mentioned something about I guess being in the community and doing things. So I did read that you are a brand ambassador for Gold State's residential program. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, so it's a Golden State residential program that's through in San Francisco, and basically we help people that aren't able to help themselves. Some of them have mental disabilities and stuff like that. We get them home care, we take care of them, get them families to be positioned with, man, and just giving back to the community, man. And I'm very grateful to be a part of it.
You also help out for giving second chances to people that was incarcerated.
Yeah. Different clients. One of my clients was incarcerated and got out and ended up getting a job at KFC, man. And that was a big transition for him.
What was that like to see you witness? Because to people who have not been locked up, or to people who have been free their entire life, getting a job at KFC is something small, like something that you would not think is a big achievement. So what was that like for you to witness for that to be a big thing for him?
Oh yeah, because I know the story of the person. I know what they've been through.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like they've struggled for so long, and then given the opportunity to make a better narrative, like I was talking about earlier, for themselves, and putting all that behind and moving forward. And that's the biggest key. Just that I think people need to understand is like, okay, the past is the past, but what you doing today?
Mm-hmm.
You got another 24. You feel me? Tomorrow you can be the greatest, whatever you want to be, but you got to put the work in to do it. And in order to do that, you might have to have a mentor. You might have to talk to somebody. You might have to go get a job, fill out an application. I don't know how to do it. Well, let's figure out how to fill out an application. You know what I mean? It's just taking the time, and that can be a vulnerable time for some people who don't understand that, and to have the strength to do that and overcome and still be successful. It's just dope to see, man. Like, you know what I mean? And again, it's not coming through me. It's coming through God. Like, I'm here to help. I'm being used. So it's just like, that's how I see it.
All right now. All right. So not only are you an in-depth artist, but you're actually in tune with your community. And I think that's one of the things that Bishop King, he's the rapper on on our platform. I'm the singer, and then DJ Rick is the DJ and sound man. So we got our own little thing going on here. But one of the things that Bishop King talks about all the time, he preaches about it all the time, is when you are an artist, you have to be in the community. You have to do a lot of things, not just to be able to get your name out there, but when you're rapping and talking about all of these things in your music, you can't just talk about it. You got to be about it. So I think that's really really dope that you are a part of your community as well as rapping about it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you gotta also, it's like if you rapping about good things, the first fight you get into, it's gonna be, oh, he ain't got no self-control and he trying to do this. He said he was this type of person. And if you rapping about bad things, it's like you almost gotta live up to those bad things. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you rap about, you have to live up to it, because the moment something different happens, oh, they gonna be on your ass.
And that's why I feel like, always just be yourself, man.
Always.
Every situation, you know what I mean? And just lead with your heart. And then if they hate, they hate. And if they love you, they really love you. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the biggest thing. Well, and not just in music, but just in any industry, life, like, you know what I mean? I feel like if you're yourself and lead with your heart, man, you in a win-win situation.
So let everybody know where they can find your music at, where they can follow you on social media as well.
Oh yeah, you can find my music at kamkrzy.com. That has all the shows, all the music, all the merchandise. You can follow me at KAM_KRZY. That's Instagram, Twitter, Snap, You know, I mean, YouTube, all the good stuff, man. You can find me everywhere.
And do you have any projects that you just recently released?
Yeah, I just released a song called Tower Moment. That's out now. I released that yesterday. Go stream that on all platforms. You know what I mean? Video is coming soon, so be on the lookout for that video. And we just moving, man. 2023 is a takeover, man. We here.
Awesome. So before we let you go, there's something that we have to get you to say. So for every guest that comes onto the show, we got to get you to say our slogan. And
Okay.
what you're going to say, you're going to introduce yourself, and then you can say you're tuned in to Party Mode Live, the party before the party.
Okay. So, yo, my name is Cam Krzy. You're tuned in to Party Mode Live, the party before the party.
Hey, one take, y'all. He did it in one take.
One take, you know.
We get more people to come on the show, and they doing it in one take. So I'm really
cool.
impressed. I'm really
Sure.
impressed.
I appreciate
But
y'all,
thank
man.
you so much for coming on. We appreciate you. And make sure you guys follow this black man right here, y'all. It's Black History Month, so do your due diligence and support another black man in this industry, y'all.
That's right. The youngster in charge, baby.
Oh, yes. I see you. Appreciate y'all. Peace and love, y'all.
Definitely, baby. Definitely.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All
right, y'all. We're going to take a quick music break, but don't go nowhere. Y'all are tuned in to Party Mode Live, the party before the party, powered by PartyModeLive.com and GoGo Radio TV. I am your girl, Miss Justice J, Bishop King, and DJ Rick on the ones and twos. But we'll be right back, and when we come back, we got some more. Let's talk about it. So don't go anywhere, because I think Rick got something to talk about, y'all. So we'll be right back.
You can see it on his face.
This is the sounds of blackness. The sounds of blackness. The Joy Club, a Marauder, and Big and Bear, and Kelsey.
Killer Cow, the animal from the wickedest band alive, Rare Essence. Tuned in live, party mode. Party before the party.
Okay.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back. We are Party Mode Live, the party before the party, powered by PartyModeLive.com and GoGo Radio TV. Justice J, Bishop King, and DJ Rick. So I don't know where that sound is coming from, but
What is it?
Sound like a
you
message.
on the computer. It's
like,
Rick over there doing
sound
the
like
computer.
That's my computer right here.
The OG computer.
I got 3 computers here, man. Let me turn this down off.
We got some more. Let's talk about it. But like I told y'all, we're gonna be touching on some things for because it's Black History. So I'm gonna give y'all some real stuff, and then the fellas are gonna give y'all some other things. So before I pass it over to Rick, I got one more real thing that we got to talk about because I told you we were going to touch on the community thing. So, I believe it was this morning. Was it this morning or yesterday? E.L. Haynes Public Charter School. Did y'all hear about that? So there was a noose that was found on the playground. At Haynes Public Charter School, and the elementary school kids didn't know what it was, so they were outside on the playground playing with it.
Yeah.
So there has apparently been a protest about this. Like, these parents are outraged, which they should be. But my question is, if you have all of these cameras at this charter school, why do we not know who this was that did this?
Make you
I'm
go.
confused.
Make you go,
Yeah, I'm confused because it's cameras all around that vicinity of that school.
Mr. Principal, I know you messing with the cameras. Yep.
So is they outraged because a noose was there, or are they outraged because they don't know how it got there?
So it's a lot of different reasons why they're outraged. One, because it was there. 2, the kids were actually playing with it. So whoever got to the school, you know how you're supposed to, well, I can't speak for every school, but when I was growing up, my principal would walk the entire school before the kids came into the school. Like, she would make sure she would walk the outside, the playground. She would walk everything before the kids got to school every morning. And this is an old little white lady back when I was in elementary school. But she made sure that her facility for where these kids where us kids were coming, she made sure that it was in top-notch condition every time that we entered into that building.
Well, actually, it's supposed to be the janitorial responsibility to. When I was in the school system, it was the day supervisors and employees of janitorial who was there had to actually walk the premises before everybody got there to make sure everything was safe.
I come from the schools, once it's closed, became a playground to the entire neighborhood. So who knows, you know what I'm saying, what was there. I don't think we had cameras back then, but if we did, they were on the inside, and you know what I mean, like that. But I mean, the entire neighborhood, drug dealers, crackheads, prostitutes, whatever, we all hung out at the same place. It's just certain times and certain hours of the day. Hell, they found dead bodies at schools over the last 10, 15 years. So, I mean, you can just imagine who's been there and who hasn't. And man, it does make you wonder, was it a teacher? I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, somebody knows something.
Too many cameras.
And the fact, that's what I was like, it's no way. You're not about to sit up here and tell me that it's no way that y'all don't know who did this.
But you want to hear something so funny? Most of these places now, cameras don't work.
Some of them just for show.
Yeah. A lot of these places, cameras don't work. And cops go there to get photos or recording or video recordings. They know the cameras are not working. You know?
It's for show until something happens to the superintendent themselves, or
so-called scare the people, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Scare some people and make some people feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But yeah, so that's one of the let's talk about it, y'all, to let y'all know what's going on in your community, because clearly It's Black History Month. We know that racism is not dead. And for all of those who are like really blind to the fact that it is, and if it wasn't someone of a different nationality or race that put it up, I believe you should get the same sentence as somebody that was of another descent. It's definitely what is that? Not discrimination, but it's like I guess that would be considered a hate crime because
Yep.
that's illegal. Nooses are illegal, right?
Yep.
I thought they were.
Yep. It's a hate crime.
Yeah, it's just like the fact that the kids didn't know what it was kind of bothers me.
Exactly.
Because we just talked about in Alabama, they don't even want you to learn the history of slavery or learn the history of Alabama or the civil rights movement. How are we supposed to blame other people for teaching us our own history when we can be teaching it to our own kids? Why your kids don't know what a noose is and what it was used for? And why is it wrong in the first place? Like, they should know these things.
Yep.
So that kind of bothers me. Not saying that they don't have no reason to be upset. I'm just saying that part alone kind of bothers me.
No, I definitely agree because that's definitely one of the things that I spoke about with my kids from the time that they started going around other children till now. We still talk about it. My number one rule when you go other people's houses or you go play outside with other people, don't let nobody put nothing around your neck. Don't let nobody fake handcuff you. Don't let nobody fake beat you. And I had to explain to them why. It was a very uncomfortable conversation, but you're going to know the reason why, because there's nothing positive behind those actions.
Mm-hmm.
And kids so innocent, they clueless. They don't know why.
Exactly.
They don't care why either because it didn't happen to them. They never seen it, never even heard of it. But it's to you as a parent or older sibling or whatever, to uncle, auntie, whoever you are, to make sure that these kids know exactly what happens on the outside of this door.
It's so bad that like my brother is one of those to where he has black sons and he doesn't even let my kids or his kids participate in the game Cops and Robbers. Like my daughter, she loves playing that game of locking people up or putting them in jail for stealing her cookies or something like that. It's innocent to her. But in my brother's mind, I don't even want you to play the game of locking up my son.
See,
Even though
we
he has
play
daughters,
robbers and
like,
robbers
he
because
got
nobody
daughters,
wanted to
but
be the
yeah,
cops.
he doesn't even want that to be a game played in his house. And I
And
get it.
also,
And the fact that we have to do that is like, what the hell?
yeah, I mean, it's nobody wants to be the cops anyway, so that's a bad thing in itself. But it's fun to us. But it was bad when you think about it.
I wanted to be a cop. I was a dirty cop, so.
He hate dirty cops now, don't you?
I hate dirty cops.
Look at the ironic situation.
I was a dirty cop.
Note to self: we gonna find Rick $10,000.
I lock him up and take their candy.
That song go one more time. We found him $10,000.
He wanted to be Voight off of Chicago PD. That's my show.
It's my show, man. That's the show.
Man. But yeah, it's
all right,
just
so look,
crazy.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, it's just that whole situation on so many levels is crazy.
It's crazy, man. You know, they don't have no common sense, no nothing about it. And the bad part about it is you got your elderly who went through that down there, and they didn't teach them. They didn't know pass it on and teach the history of it, man. You know, one thing I gotta get to my grandfather, grandmother, they taught the history of all that from DC. And they live right across the street from Dunbar High School. So 78, 79, 76, 74, I was down there and I could see the racism walking from First Street downtown to 7th Street, and you can feel it. You can still feel it back then.
And also, like Justice said, it can be a very uncomfortable situation, but you should know your kids. You should know if they're emotional. You should know if they get mad when they see certain things. So you should be able to know how to speak to them and how to put it to them Whereas though it can minimize the emotional situation or the physicality of it when they're not around you no more and they go to school, see a white teacher or white police officer, security guard, whoever, and act out a little bit because they feel some type of way.
Yeah.
So that can happen too. So but they still got to know.
And real quick, we got son back home the first time they bust us from Capitol Heights Elementary to Forestville. That was a dominant white school that they bust us to. We was fighting the first day, whites against blacks. And I was stoned from D.C. Little mom moved me to Maryland. I don't know why, but I'm stoned D.C. You ain't calling me out my name. And I was the shortest thing there. It's rumble time, man. That's how I was.
I love to be in that situation.
It's crazy. It's crazy. They literally sent us back home. Send the bus back.
I'm sorry,
home.
kids, if you watch it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. This is history, man.
Lots more to come.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me because the facility that I work at is predominantly white. We don't have that. I mean, we do have black, I do have black coworkers, but they're not partaking in a lot of the conversations that I partake in just because they're not in the inner office part. But to hear the ignorance, and I want to make sure that everyone understands the true definition of when I say ignorance, because it's not them being blind to it. It's they're ignorant to how much strife Black people face.
Look at what the teachers in Alabama said.
Right.
So just imagine, if they don't want to teach it because it's uncomfortable to speak, just imagine how their parents felt trying to tell them what happened. Or,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Even the good ones who wanted to, but it's uncomfortable speaking it. You know what I mean? How can you answer the question when your white daughter says, "Mommy, why did y'all do that to those people?"
Yeah. One of my coworkers, we had the conversation about people still using the N-word. And she was like, "Oh, it's 2023. Nobody talks like that anymore." And I'm like, "Ma'am," I said, "I get called the N-word at least once a week." She said, "No, really?" I said, "Yeah. At least once a week. And I'm a female. So I said, you can only imagine."
See, what I came to realize long ago is we live in two separate worlds under the same roof.
Mm-hmm.
We live two separate worlds under the same roof. It's just like rich and poor. We all under the same world, but we live in totally two different worlds.
Yep.
They don't know what we go through. We don't know what they go through. Unfortunately, I do believe we know what they go through because a lot of them depressed, a lot of them messed up, a lot of them mentally unstable, a lot of them this, that, and the third. However, we got to endure that plus being broke. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the racism with the white and the black. Hell, it's not even just white and the black. It's everybody versus black, including black versus black. So we go through a lot. They don't have to walk into a store and wonder why people staring at them. They probably think, "Oh, you looking at me because my blouse or my hair look good," but you looking at me because you don't want me to steal, or you looking at me like it's about to be a problem when this nigga get up to the counter. You know what I'm saying? This is so much crazy stuff that it's impossible for you, unless you living under a fucking rock, to not know that just because it's 2023, the only thing changed was the year. That's it.
Rob is one of my coworkers. He on his name. Mm-hmm. He knows what our drivers go through each and every day in the state of Virginia. And let me tell you, it's blatant right there. If you go down Charlottesville, Virginia, Harrisonburg, Virginia, up in the mountains of Shenandoah and Massanutten and all that shit up there, nothing but racism up there. And when I say it's Trump country, that shit is Trump country. And them motherfuckers still got signs. Excuse my French, but they still got signs up. And let me tell you, man, it's nothing to play with. We got it in the wine. We got it in the wine country. And delivering wine. We get it from sometimes I done got almost rolled up or fired because you ain't talking to me any type of way. You know?
Robert, I would even go as far as to say there's 3 Americas. And the reason I say that is because even the world that we live in, we
It's
still
different.
don't know all the things that we're supposed to know that is the truth. So we know the world that we're taught, but then the world that actually is, and then the world that other skin tones live in and everything. In my opinion, it's 3. It's 3
And
different
what's
Americas.
crazy is I can move away from the hood and be in a total different world from the niggers.
Yeah.
And be rich and black and not have to go through the poor, but yet I'm still black and still have to deal with racism.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no escaping it, no matter where you go.
Nope.
Unfortunately, all 3 of these worlds, as you see now, are being entwined with each other as far as the violence. They don't care who you is at this point. They don't give a fuck if you're a man or a woman, a kid, old lady, don't even matter. You even got, as of today, you even got females carjacking. 16, 17-year-old females carjacking people. They're still in cars. They're doing all this stuff that you would think in your head only boys are doing. And I don't know why we think that way, but that's how it became. Like, boys only do this and boys only do that and women only do that and girls only do this. Now it's a whole different world. It's like the ball game has changed and we are
I think a lot
living
of the people
in
that
2
think
different
that
worlds.
way are the people that were raised that way, like meaning older people who are not really out in the world, so to speak. Like my grandmother, if she doesn't watch the news, she don't know what's going on. And like she'll know about the kids doing the carjackings of
Right.
females doing it. But she was brought up to where females were ladies. They sat straight. They wore dresses. They had their skirts that went down to their knees. It was a certain way that they would speak. They would enunciate their words, and they were very poised. So when she hears about the females that are doing, or the crimes that are going on, and you tell her it was a female, she's like, what? What? Like, it's heartbreaking to her because, like I said, in her mind, she's like, women are supposed to be these dainty, beautiful beings that are just supposed to be really, not prissy, but courteous
You
and
see her
sweet,
move. You see her moving
respectful.
around a lot, right?
Yeah.
You see her moving around a lot. Tell your grandmama, don't look at.
Can't step a foot in because there's too many niggas there.
Shit.
Not the white people you see walking the dog down the street because they know they about to take over. I'm talking to you got people that's 60, 70 years old who won't step. You would never see them by East Over.
Nope.
You would never see them come out of Georgetown. You would never see some people over there in Northeast where old Providence Hospital used to be. You would never see them on the other side of Northeast. Like you would never see certain people in certain parts of anything they got to do with a bunch of niggas. Hell, even black people move away from the bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's and then you got and again, it's not all white people. We're talking about the people who are actually blind to the fact or ignorant to the fact.
Ignorant to the fact.
So it's a lot of man. This is crazy. It don't make sense that nobody is talking about this in elementary school, middle school, high school. Because if we can recall, before we was even born, shit was happening to elementary schoolers. So it should be taught in elementary school about racism so they can identify with that shit as well. At school, at home, they can witness their parents and understand the situation.
Read his comment.
Okay. Robert Davis, my man, I call him the king of the South because that DJ Screw name. He said I moved from Hampton Roads, Virginia 4 years ago. He did not realize how stagnant it was until he was exposed to a more progressive culture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you have to be able to see other places to understand certain things. That's why it's very important. It's bigger than your block. It's bigger than your city. It's bigger than your hood. It's bigger than your 5 friends you got. It's bigger than the 5 restaurants you go to. It's bigger than a lot of things. Like we see these memes. We see these little posts people put up from Louisiana or Kentucky or Alabama, Mississippi, and hell, Arizona, where they just had the Super Bowl that had all them black people down there. They don't really want you down there either. So it's like it's a lot of places. And then we be shocked at it. Like, oh my God, I can't believe they did that in 2023. Bitch, that's how they was born. That's how they was groomed. That's how they live. And they're gonna raise their kids the same way because they don't see nothing wrong. Until somebody whoop their ass, and then all of a sudden you wrong for retaliating. Well, that's how niggas is. They just violent. Like it's just a lot of stuff.
Just like the black farmer that I want to say is in Colorado right now, who got arrested for protecting his farm. Him and his wife got arrested for protecting their farm, and by protecting, I mean they did no harm to anybody. They went to the police department to file a report about a complaint of Confederate flags and really terrible language written all over their farm. Like people started terrorizing and slaughtering their animals and putting the N-word all over their farmhouse and everything. This husband and wife duo of black farmers went to complain to file a report, and they ended up getting served because they filed a complaint against the white people that did the harm to their farm.
Yeah, because they took them sheets off and put on uniforms. They put on robes and they put on jackets that call themselves nurses and doctors and judges and lawyers and police officers, firefighters and EMS.
But they've always been that, though. They didn't take it off and put those on. They've always been those.
Always been.
If you think about it, most of the KKK were police officers.
Yeah.
They were the police. They were the judges.
Yeah. And receivers at the grocery store.
Yeah.
They everywhere. Now they just in plain sight with plain clothes on.
Yep.
That's all.
Hey, real quick, I want y'all to hear it.
Gotta teach your kids that.
I want y'all to hear this. Kaiser took a test on my mama and said she don't qualify. Listen to what I said. She don't qualify for air here at the house.
For air? Like oxygen?
Oxygen, yep. Now.
She needs the oxygen tank, but she doesn't qualify for it.
She didn't qualify for it. Qualify.
What's the qualifications?
Your air got to be a certain thing. Now, this Kaiser. This Kaiser. The problem, the thing that I told this woman, it ain't for her to walk around with the oxygen. It's when she loses her breath and she can't breathe, and we have to call an ambulance. The first thing the paramedics does is put a oxygen on your face. Right. I told this dumbass, excuse my French, but I'm gonna say it just like I'm gonna say it. This dumbass doctor, and your protocol at Kaiser. You know what? Kaiser, stick it where.
Hold on. Before you say that, because I don't. Stick it where.
Hold on. Stick it where it.
Before you say that, because the reason I say that is because you can always get a second opinion from a different doctor.
I know that. I already told her that. Just as I've been through this, I've been through it. Kaiser protocol, stick it where the sun don't shine. Just that simple. I got Care First Blue Cross. I don't have them problems. Never had them problems. But Kaiser, stick it where the sun don't shine.
And you've already gotten a second opinion and all of that, and they still won't qualify.
Yeah. But the thing is, what you gotta qualify. You gotta you gotta die to qualify. You know, I get it. It's their protocol. It's the way Kaiser does. But it's all about the money with Kaiser. That comes first. I got rid of Kaiser years ago because of that. I got Blue Cross Blue Shield. I ain't got no problem. So
I think it's definitely case by case because I got rid of Blue Cross Blue Shield and went to Kaiser.
Yeah, and I won't even touch them jokers, man.
But our age different.
It's a
So
difference.
that
Yeah.
plays a part because the way that the elderly gets treated when it comes to
Oh
the medical
man.
system is totally different from the younger
And
generation.
I done
So
seen it day in and day out at Kaiser, man, with how they treat their older people. I mean, it's terrible, man. And I'm like, Kaiser, you need to get it together. Lawsuit me, I don't care because I ain't got a damn thing for you but a speaker. Matter of fact, you have the speaker right here. That's what you got. That's all you gonna get.
Hey, by the way, it's Party Mode Live's 10th year.
I'm so sick of the hospital, y'all. Sorry about that. I'm just sick of the hospital. I've been watching the hospital center, doctors' hospitals, and then up in Largo, man. It's like it's been just all week, man. For the last 2 weeks, man. And it's just it gets old, man, when you got to take care of two parents and run back and forth, and then you got to take care of yourself, make sure you all right, and it's like
definitely.
yeah.
So I would suggest, and unfortunately this goes back to the same conversation we were just talking about. I would suggest going to the Kaiser in Gaithersburg. And the reason I say that is because y'all remember when I had to have a procedure done in 2021, there were particular Kaiser centers that told me they wouldn't do it because I was not the right candidate for it, even though my body was literally killing itself if I did not have the procedure done. But when I went to the one in Gaithersburg, they took 2 tests and scheduled me 2 weeks later.
See the other
and
ones
I
you
got the procedure done.
see the other ones you wasn't white enough.
Look at her. She white.
But anyway, you know what I'm saying though. That's why I say get another opinion because sometimes when you go to certain locations of things, they only get approved for a certain number of medications or things that they can give out. Go to another one in a different location in a different area and express the same concerns. And if that happens again, then we can continue to talk about it until Kaiser answers us on this platform right here. You already know we're gonna stand behind you. Like
that's how
we gotta get mama what she needs.
I got me and the nurse. I got her recording. She don't know it though.
Oh
You
Lord,
going
you
to
shouldn't have
jail.
said that.
Yep.
I said he going to jail, but he said he was the crooked cop covered up anyway, so he don't care.
In other news, Partymode Live is celebrating 10 years this year of being a radio show. I'm ecstatic about this because the time of this group of people right here, but just hear me when I say this to the listeners, y'all. When we say this group of people, we don't mean just the 3 faces that you see on this screen. When we say group of people, we mean the entire team of Partymode Live because it's a lot of work that goes into the things that we do and bringing you the guests that we bring you guys. So here's the 10 years. Get your cup. We going to take a sip. I don't care what you're sipping on, but we going to take a sip. Here's to 10 more.
Yeah, but a drop.
Hawaiian punch.
And while we're on this though, while we're on exciting news, y'all, we have Melba Moore, let me put some respect on her name, Miss Melba Moore, coming to be a part of the Partymode Live crew on Wednesday, February 22nd, right here. PartyModeLive.com. Miss Melba Moore, entertainer, Tony Award winner, y'all. Like, she's one of the biggest names in Broadway. So if y'all don't know who she is,
ask your mama.
That's it, period. Ask your mama. She's going to be right here joining us next Wednesday. We don't have any other guests. And if we do, June, reschedule them because I want the whole hour. I know we can't get the whole hour, but that's what I want. So we're going to try to keep her on the show as long as possible.
And we started early. Remember that, y'all. We are
starting early, y'all.
Interview
Typically,
early.
Typically, we have the interview in the middle of the show, but we're not doing the middle of the show next week. So make sure y'all are tuned in early. PartyModeLive.com. I'm gonna just say PartyModeLive.com because you can get the live stream from right there. Make sure y'all tell a friend to tune in because this is going to be another show for the record books. I'm so excited for this show. So next week, y'all, February 22nd, we have the Miss Melba Moore coming on and being a part of the Party Mode Live crew. Y'all don't want to miss this right here, PartyModeLive.com from 8 to 10. And we're going to have some Let's Talk About It. But the Let's Talk About It next week are going to be the things she has done in her life. And then we probably going to have like 2 more about, whatever happened during the week. Because y'all already know how Bishop be.
And then,
But,
my 3-piece suit. I'm gonna have a 3-piece suit on with some stacks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for Melba Ball.
He's so stupid.
Yeah.
Put the goldfish in your stacks.
Goldfish, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gotta have it right.
Looking at my watch, it's about that time for Bishop King to get serious for 2.5 seconds, y'all. Here is the moment of truth with Bishop King.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. This is gonna be real brief. It's just I want to say this one here was inspired by a lot of stuff that happens on my timeline daily. A lot of jealousy, a lot of envy, a lot of finger pointing, a lot of procrastination, and a lot of hate and all types of stuff. Bargain for one. I would say this though, a lot of deaf and stupid and ignorant stuff going on in our world. But I would say like tomorrow may come, tomorrow may not come to some people. So we all got the same 24 hours in a day. You control what you do with yours, not somebody else. If you decide to spend your time watching somebody else, that's on you. If you decide to spend your time procrastinating, that's on you. If you decide to spend your time worrying about what somebody else can do for you, then that's on you as well. But your tomorrow can be whatever you want it to be as long as you do the work today. Let me say that again. Your tomorrow can be whatever you want it to be as long as you do the work today. Nothing happens overnight. Even though it is a 24-hour situation, you got to start the process at some point, sometime. So I say stay focused, keep grinding, be yourself, don't hate, never envy anybody because you don't know what they got, how they got it. Hell, some people might be perpetrating. You don't know if he really got it. And it's just a whole bunch of situations. You don't know the pain he went through to get it. You don't know the deceit and the hurt that they suffer in order to get it. You don't know what they done to somebody else to get it. And I doubt if you want that punishment at the end of the road for trying to be like somebody else in the first place. So just stay prayed up, keep praying, always keep your faith, whether you believe in what's going on or whether you're not knowing what's going on, whether you can see. Just always remember what's meant to be will always be. So keep grinding. Whatever you do with your 24 hours is your decision. You're going to get a consequence or a reward for it. And you can't be mad at nobody else. You can't be mad at me, the person beside you. You can't be mad at Justice or Rick. You can't be mad at God. You can't be mad at whoever. God woke you up, and the rest will be on you. That's what I believe. So you ain't got to believe it, but it sounds good, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's about
it. So look, we still got a couple of minutes. We got to get these show sponsors in before the end of the show. But before we drop to these show sponsors, y'all, I do want to. Why is this little thing on my camera? Y'all see it?
Bishop,
I don't know.
Bishop. Oh, put the glasses down. Look at it.
I'm gonna take a picture so y'all can see it because something weird is happening on my laptop right now. I promise you. I promise you. I'm not.
When I tell you everything just went mute, no reason.
All right, so look. Okay, I got to get this in before we go off air. Everybody has been talking about this daggone Super Bowl. This is gonna be my little moment of truth. Everybody been talking about this daggone Super Bowl with Rihanna, and I feel like y'all are like the biggest haters in the world. Whether you like the performance or not, this woman gained another 1 million followers. She gained another almost 2 million more hits on her websites She sold out of products all the night of the Super Bowl, and then had more people tuned in for her performance than the Super Bowl itself. So for all of y'all that are hating on her performance and saying how she was lip singing, yes, she was lip singing. Baby girl was doing all them little dance moves because y'all know all she do is this. So for her to do all of that and she was pregnant,
They just
y'all
mad
some
because they
haters.
can't move like that when they
Y'all some
pregnant and
haters.
don't nobody care about them, not even their baby daddies.
15 minutes of straight performance. And for y'all to sit up there and talk about that, she did 15 minutes. And we in these go-go bands be doing an hour and sometimes 2 hours. And y'all still don't be happy with that. So what in the world was it that y'all were expecting from this woman?
Man,
Get
lip
a
singing
life,
or not,
get
I thought
over
she
it.
killed it.
I
And
did
y'all
too.
gonna be the same fools to go out and buy Beyonce tickets, and she gonna be lip syncing, and y'all gonna get beat. Now, hate on that.
Oh, they gonna be on your ass in the morning, Rick.
They are. That whole hive is coming for you.
They don't care.
That whole hive coming for you. All right, y'all. Y'all have been tuned in to another crazy episode of Party
You
Mode
see me
Live. We
about
are
no
the party
Beyonce.
for the party. Jesse said this is King and DJ Rick. Catch us right here each and every Wednesday from 8 to 10 on PartyModeLive.com, powered by Gogo Radio TV. We're gonna give a shout out to these show sponsors. If you or someone would love to become a show sponsor, make sure you guys send us an inquiry email to partymodelive@gmail.com. We would love to have you be a part of this show. So I'm gonna say good night just because I don't know how long this video and other videos to follow are going to be, y'all. So we'll catch y'all next week for the Miss Melba Moore interview.
Yes, sir.
Get your drinks ready and your popcorn because it's gonna be a good one.
Saying something bad about Beyonce is like saying Mad Dog coming. Mad Dog is coming.
Ain't say nothing about it. Them the fools gonna buy that ticket, and she gonna be lip syncing.
Before we close this show out, I'm gonna give a shout out to our show sponsors. If you were someone that you know would love to be one of the sponsors of Party Mode Live, make sure you guys send us an inquiry email to partymodelive@gmail.com. But in the meantime, in between time, shout out to that good old PPP Originals. Make sure you guys follow her on Instagram at PPP Originals. This Black Queen doing her thing, photography, videography, and apparel. Hit her up. Send all of your inquiry emails to pbporiginals@gmail.com. DJ Rick Sound and Entertainment for all of your DJ services, professional sound, and live streaming needs. For more information, contact 202-749-7903 or send an email to djrick4321@gmail.com. Amelia's Acrobatics and Gymnastics and Cheer. EAGC. Amelia's is a gymnastics and tumbling acrobatics gym with a strong family dynamic, and they're looking for outgoing, family-oriented coaches to join their staff today. All of our staff is dedicated to providing top quality service for our customer service family and both on and off the gymnastics floor. For services and more information on how to apply, visit eagcgym.com, located in Laurel, Maryland. Metropolitan Living Realty Group. Find your ideal lifestyle at metropolitanlivingrealtygroup.com. Miss Mac, $1 Million Maker, Miss Mac Marketing. Shout out to Miss Mac Marketing, the best marketing in the area. And by area, I mean the U.S. Y'all already know what it is. Make sure you guys visit pureromance.com/ESTHER for all of your bedroom needs, from lingerie to bath and beauty products, of oils, massage products, and then all of the things that buzz in the night and sometimes in the day, depending on how freaky you are that day. It's hump day, y'all. Get something to get you over the hump each week at pureromance.com/ESTHER today. Make sure you guys follow, like, subscribe to Party Mode Live's YouTube and Twitch channels at Party Mode Live. And don't forget to visit our website at partymodelive.com, because Party Mode Live brings you this radio show right here each and every Wednesday. And we are sponsored by and powered by and everything by partymodelive.com.